Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. I want to welcome you to my channel, all my subscribers, my future subscribers, all my lovers, haters, I'm kind of distracted. All my commenters, all my scallywags, all my peaches and trippers. But right now we're at the beach. You kind of see where we are at the beach. This is the beach. You can see where the water is going, and I know the lighting is bad, but they do fishing here. And I want to show you this fish here. What this guy called? My buntag amigo.
My buntag amigo. Good morning. Good morning.
So what's your name?
My name is Uncle Torio.
Torio.
Yes.
Look at this fish. You caught it with this?
Yeah.
Well, this is real. I'm gonna see. Wow.
Massive, man.
Yeah, massive. What kind of fish is it?
Great barracuda.
Great barracuda?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to bring it in?
It's just like 10 to 12 to 10 minutes.
12 to 10 minutes. So what kind of bait do you use?
A jig.
What's a jig?
Jig lure.
Oh, yeah. Like a lure.
Yes.
Wow. And what do you walk out?
No.
Are you on a boat?
Yeah, I'm on a boat.
Wow.
Like a bangka.
A bangka.
Bangka, we call that bangka.
Look at the teeth on this thing.
Yeah,
wow. Wow. So you got this. So you sell it?
Yes.
How much you sell this for?
I'm not sure. Maybe like 300 per kilo. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's...
what's that in pounds?
About how many kilos do you think it is?
This is like 12 to 17 kilos something. I'm not quite sure. I have to.
So how much is that?
It's around 3,000 or 4,000 something.
Wow. Wow. I'm scared to put my hand close to the mouth because
it might, that's so sharp, man.
It might have a reaction, reflex. Look, Okimi, look. Okimi, look. Look at the fish.
It's joining you, man.
Wow. So how often do you go out on the boat?
Like almost every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
And how long are you underwater?
Normally it takes like 2 or 3 hours and then gotta go.
You gotta go. Do you often catch fish this big?
Yes.
Yes?
But this one is a bit massive.
So if I wanted to go fishing with you, could I go fishing with you?
Sure, of course.
You have a Facebook?
Yeah, I got a spare one here.
Yeah, I know. I see you got two. You have a Facebook?
Yes.
Tell my viewers your Facebook.
Oh, it's Joey. That's JHO and then WE. Yeah, that's my account.
Just Joey?
Yes.
Oh, well, Joey, thanks a lot, man.
No problem,
my
man.
God, I'm gonna hit you up, man.
Sure.
That's one thing I want to do. I want to do fish. I want to fish. They told me there were no fish there, but I see there are. All right, Joey, you have a good day.
Oh wait, part of your content, man.
I have a calling card. Okay.
Oh sure.
Okay, Mia, I'll be right back. Wow. So what about that fish, that barracuda? Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. You know, don't think I'm not going to take that brother up on going fishing with him one morning. He said he goes out for about 3 hours, and I think I can spare that to have a new experience in the Philippines, like fishing, you know, which is something that I've been wanting to do ever since I've come to the Philippines. You know, I was talking to. We were in a group of gathering an expat. I guess expat, that's a nice way of saying it. I was in a group of white guys. You know what I'm saying? So you always got to color everything up. And when you don't think that everybody understands, then you got to give it to them straight from the hip. And so anyway, so what happened was that they were talking about, a few of them just came back from a fishing trip. And so my ears picked up because I wondered, where'd you go? What you had to do, whatever. And they said they went to one island, and then from that island, they had to take a seaplane to another island. And then from that island, they had to get on a boat and take a boat out to the sea to go fishing, do the type of, you know, deep sea fishing I'm talking about, being strapped into a chair. And I'm saying, wait a minute. I have to fly to an island, then take a seaplane to another island, and then board a vessel, a boat that's going to take me out to sea to catch fish. Man. You're talking about a lot of cheddar, man. you know, so my my hopes dashing of going out deep sea fishing like that has seemed kind of gone up in smoke. But this kind of rejuvenated me, thinking that I could catch whoppers right out here. You see the poles he had, the flimsy poles. So yeah, so look forward to your kid going out on the water and catching some fish here soon. Yesterday I was gonna go out with Alex and we were gonna get some footage and all this stuff. So and then Calvin called me. Yo, I'm coming over. So I said, Calvin, I'm going to. I'm coming over. So what can you say? My wife is dropping me off and she'll come back and pick me up. And I said, okay. I've been down that before. So he came over, and so he did his one man show. I wanted to do a video that wasn't going to be monetized because I wanted Calvin to sing or do what he wanted to do. I was going to play some songs, soul songs that he was going to try to sing to and whatever. But I could never get him focused, to doing any one thing. To say he's flighty is underestimating the situation. But it's hard to hold him down for one train of thought or to stay in one lane. So we were kind of all over the place like this, and he was. It's his show. Calvin. So I just let him just go on and we drank it, and had a good time. Only time I seemed to get him focused was when we talked about sports and basketball. Which reminds me, this Sunday at 3, Calvin came over one day and said, "Yo, Doom, I want to start a basketball team." So I said, "Okay, well, your wish is my command." like this. So I contacted his brother-in-law, who happened to be around at that time, and he's on a basketball league, and I told him that this is what Calvin wants to start his own basketball team, and he said, "Yeah, okay." He said, "Okay." He says, "When?" I said, "Sunday, 10 o'clock." So sometimes whenever people sitting on do things, or whatever, I say when, just don't say you're gonna do it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. So right away, he got some cats together and said we'll be over Sunday, and Calvin wants to go do drills and all this stuff. Calvin has had a very interesting life, in the basketball game. He didn't go as far as he wanted to, mostly because of his, because it's Calvin, what I'm saying, like this. So he had a lot of good moments, but he had a lot of rough moments, based upon him not conforming to the ways of the world. I guess might be the best way to say it. But he really, I think, really hate that he missed his opportunity, to actually find greatness on the court. I told him of the story of a cousin I have who played for Penn State football team. His name was Ricky, and Ricky was, he was playing with Penn State, and he wanted some of the family members to come down and see him play. So I was like the only one. Said, "Yeah, Ricky, I'll come." He's my cousin. I said, "Yeah, I'll come. So me and my girlfriend Paola at that time, who was a girl from Northern Italy, we drove down to Penn State and watched him play. He was very excited. I took a picture of him sitting on the bench while waiting to go in, and turned around and smiled because he turned around and saw family. There's nothing like support. Being there for somebody, who wants you there. Not because they want anything for you to give or they're not asking for nothing. It's just that, they just want you in their corner, So that moment always is etched in my mind of when him turning from the bench and looking up at me and all his football gear and smiling like this, and I smiled back at him and took that picture. He later ended up with an injury, and then he got traded to some team in Canada, where his injury, escalated, and he was dropped, and he went through the rest of his life, or he went through a very dark place in his life because he missed his opportunity, of wanting to play professional football, and he became very, very miserable. He became very, very angry at the world. He became very, very angry at himself. He indulged in self-destructive behavior. You know, uh, you know, drinking to excess. He got married, and I remember how him and his wife used to, like the arguments the putting each other's business in the streets, in the bedroom, or whatever it was just heartbreaking to see, this brother have to go through this. But in reality, he brought it on himself. He got a job digging graves in a graveyard, like this on one of these big, you know, whatever. And Calvin said, yeah, oh, well, that's a good job digging graves. And I said, yeah, well, Calvin, you never run out of customers. but Calvin, on the other hand, I think deep down inside, you know, um, uh, he held it against himself for not being able to do what was asked of him uh, in order to stay on the team. Because I mean, Calvin, I forgot what college he went to, or whatever. He was like the only black on the team, or whatever, like this, and he was making newspaper type of contributions on a team that they wrote about him, in the papers, like this. But Calvin couldn't, keep from being Calvin, and a lot of times he let his personality get in the way of his job, and we'll leave it at that. So a lot of times, I think maybe a lot of his drinking or whatever it is, I can't say it hiding any pain or like that. It's just that it's just a comfort zone for him. In fact, when they left here yesterday, his wife ultimately came and picked him up and drove home. Then we got a text message. We got a phone call saying that his wife was upset because they almost had an accident. And for the life of me, I don't know why he wants to consistently get behind the wheel of a car and drive after drinking so much. And he's had a number of accidents already as it is, but now you got your wife and your child in the car, and you know how much you're drinking, and this I'm a man type of thing, mentality can really get you in trouble, especially when you know, um, aren't cognizant of your own faculties and the possibility that something could happen. So one of those things. But yeah, so I was relieved knowing that he they got home okay. I know I was with him one time. We were driving, and in my house in Bacon, and it's a driveway go right out to the road and all this stuff. And he's driving, and he's heading right for this wall. I said, Calvin, the wall. And he turned the car like this and missed it. And he still thanked me for this day. Oh man, you saved me. Oh, thank you for avoiding that accident like that. Yeah. The reason I'm smiling because story time. When I was in New York and I was doing my thing, I had a 2016 Ford. No, it was Saturn. It was when the Saturns came out. And I ordered a brand new one. I had to wait 2 to 3 weeks for them to make it in Tennessee. I had it custom painted, a metallic gray, all the bells and whistles and all this stuff like this. But I was moving too fast, so I got this car and I'm just having the time of my life in it because it was the first time in my life I ever bought a brand new car, you know, and it was like it was like I was over 50 over my 50s before I ever bought 4 brand new tires. I always bought new used tires. I used to call them, yeah, give me a new used tire, used tires on my vehicle, because I never had the cash, or wanted to pump down that much for new tires, I guess, or whatever. So anyway, I'm moving too fast with this girl. I've been up a few days, and I know I'm in this parking lot, and she's sitting on the passenger side, and she's watching me, and I'm driving like this, like this, and she let me drive right into a pole. It was a very sore bump or something like this. But then, damn, I mean, you see how tired I am. Why don't you just, stop me? But no, they were just belled head on watching. They're all addicts are always belled. Addicts are always hell bent on watching you destroy yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. I had the car for about 3 months. I ended up waking up in someone's uh, living room, and the cops came and said, "Gee, what did you do now?" They all knew who I was. Oh man, I've been up for too long. He said, "Well, yeah." He said, "Well," so I said, "Ma'am, can I use your bathroom?" She said, "Yes." So I went in the bathroom. What do I do in the bathroom? I'm moving too fast. Like this. So my car got totaled at that time. So anyway, I had a brand new car and he kept it for less than 4 months before I totaled it. So one of those things. But anyway. So with that being said, let's see, where else was I take? I was taking you somewhere with that, but about supporting people and being there for them. Well, the children are back in school now, which is good, and they come in each day and they give me their uh, progress report for the day as far as going to school. And I have to say that they are doing very well in school. They're very much into it. You know, um, uh, Especially Raphael. He's got he's got them making projects for him that he's going to take to school and whatever. Mia and 2 of the girls, they're building whatever he needs to have built. So I'm laughing because he's definitely mama's boy. What I'm saying. Um, and Michael Chris is doing good. He's really doing good. I'm really surprised. He's writing questions down, and this school seems to be have a lot more influence on them, and I'm grateful for that. So, one other thing I want to talk about is that Filipinas. Is there a time when you turn over your finances to them? Uh, when you have decided that, okay, I'm gonna give you the keys to the kingdom. I'm gonna, now you can if she's responsible. If she's able to do that and be responsible with it, that's fine. But you know, uh, being responsible to who? Being responsible to you, or being responsible to a family, or being responsible to a stranger? You know, um, and sometimes I do believe that a woman should not have so much power. I guess that's the best way. I mean, power to where is that? Give me an example. Like she can co-sign for something for somebody else without your consent. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, what? I go, what? That's it, baby Paul, she got too much power if she can do that to the finances. You know what I'm saying? Co-sign for someone else, because you got to remember, if something happens, that falls on you. You know, I know when I was shopping and looking for a vehicle, they told me I needed a co-signer like this if something I wanted to buy. And as many people who I knew at that time who would have co-signed for me, I would never ask someone to co-sign for me. You know, you know, that's just me. Because how can I even contemplate putting a burden of paying 15,000 pesos a month on a Filipino family if something happens to me? You know what I'm saying? Because the responsibility of paying that falls on them. I know if anything that I can't buy or get on my own, on my own, I just don't fool with. I'm not going to ask somebody to co-sign for me, and I know they would. I mean, I like to think I got people that'll jump out the window to co-sign for me if I ask them to. But like this a year coming up, end of the year, I plan on buying a new vehicle. In spite of having a baby, I think it's about time for us to get a new vehicle. So, we're we're working on that. I say it like that because right now I'm close to the end of the month, and I know how much I have, and I know that it has to make it last before I have to pull another daytime night move. And I'm trying to avoid pulling that daytime night move because that daytime night move puts me in a hole but 20,000 pesos into next month's salary. So if I can make it to that month without putting that, to me that's like saving 20,000 pesos. And then that's how it goes. But shit keeps coming up. And I just have to be a lot more finesseful and a lot more stern to avoid, certain situations that I know is going to cost me money or the unexpected, expenses. So I'm planning on purchasing a new car. So we'll see how that goes. But again, I wouldn't ask nobody to co-sign for me. I just wouldn't. If I'm not able to do it on my own, with my bank record, with proof of my income and down payment, I'm not down with it. Okay, so that's all I want to say for what I want to say right now. I just want to throw this little piece in here to go with the fish story. So you're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elder always pulls someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see a vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ali Woodson, formerly singing the Temptation One song, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king. Okay, I'll always love you more. Calvin says, oh, gee, that beard is nice. Just trim it like this. Yeah, it looks nice on you. I said, well, I don't know, maybe I think I'm a beard, but I don't know, it's Calvin saying that. And remember, I'll always love you more. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Be good to yourself.
Thanks for watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell. Love the one you with. Bye.